Hi, today I'm going to be showing you Pear. Pear is a really great tool for online instruction so that your students can be interacting with your presentations. So Pear is a website. It's also an application that you can download to go to add-ons, Pear Slides, open Pear add-on, and it gives you options for things like multiple choice questions and student responses. And that's just a link for your students to click on so that they can answer the question elsewhere. It doesn't cost anything. You can get a premium subscription, but there's also a free version. And the first 30 days are premium without entering a credit card or anything like that, which I think is pretty cool. This app or this application uses internet, so if the students don't have access to internet, that could be a problem, and they also need a device to be using it on. But they would just have to go on a browser and search it in the browser, and then there would be a place to join a presentation, and it'll look like this. So for right here, I have a demonstration on what I would have for a lesson on living and non-living things. My first slide here would be an opener, my hook, and I would say, what makes something alive? And the students would click on the response and it would bring them to join a presentation. And so for this presentation, I'm going to have them write individual responses. And so it gives me a code and I tell the students the code. And this code is confused carrots, bravely, awkward, quick kangaroos. CCBAQK. BAQK. And it will open the response page. And it asks them how they're feeling, which I think is a nice touch. So now the student would answer the question and they would enter it. Now, something I get on my side is it says that your first student is connected. Start class when you're ready. And it also tells you how many students have responded, so you know when everybody's ready. And I think that's nice. It kind of gives you a timed thing, like this half of your class is ready. And then you can show the responses to everyone without anybody's name attached to it. So it's a good way to like assess where the group as a whole is at without calling anybody out. And this is what that response page would look like. So now for my next slide, I have a tree is alive, and this would be a true or false question for the students. And again, they would click on the link. And for me, it looks like this, and I give them the new code. Although I think if you have the presentation on Pear, you can use one code throughout it, but since I'm showing you this way, LDQLVC. So then the students answer true or false. And on my side, it shows this. Now I can show the responses. So it shows kind of like Kahoot, shows how many answered each. And again, no names are attached, so you're assessing where everybody is at as a whole without calling on any individuals if they don't feel comfortable answering that. Towards the end of a lesson, you might want to switch that up and ask for students to answer individual questions, but when you're kind of assessing in the beginning, it might make them more comfortable if you don't do that. So what I like about Pear is you don't need an account. Just like Kahoot, you're typing in a code, and it seems very user-friendly for both the students and the teachers. And I think that it's fun to be able to be interactive like that. And it's also really great with online school being an option for a lot of students lately with COVID, that you're not just staring at the screen while your teacher is presenting, because that can get very boring and you can kind of zone out and not absorb the information as much as when you're being involved. Um, and I like that there's no membership needed. There's no subscription that you need to pay. It's free and it's easy.